Welcome to APG Pathasala. I am Professor V. Sekuntala, Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Sri Venkateshwara University, Tirupati. The subject is on Indian culture. The paper is on Indian numismatics. And today's module is on the contribution of coins to a source to Indian history. In writing history, there are number of sources. You are aware that the archaeology is an important subject to rewrite the history. In archaeological excavations, we come across number of coins, and these coins reveals the history in different aspects. And these aspects will be dealt in the following 30 or 35 minutes. Now, before going into the details of the subject, at the end of the module, you will learn about the objectives, that is the importance of study of numismatics and the sources for the discovery of ancient coins and the contributions that were made through coins to study the history of writing, the political history, the administrative history, the economic history, religious history, art history, and also geographical background and traditional decorative patterns. All these aspects will be learned through coins, how the coins helped in writing history. What is the importance of study of numismatics? First we will come to know. Numismatics is nothing but the study of coins for their historical and economic importance. So coins are discovered from time to time either in the course of archaeological excavations or as accidental finds during digging operations of the earth. So the coins play a vital role in illuminating history not known from other sources and also help in reconstructing the history. Coins are important for the study of the history, and the coins confirms, modifies and even amplifies history. To a great extent, the political and economic history is reconstructed by numismatics, and facts are very often corroborated or rejected by the numismatic findings. And many facts connected with administration, historical geography, religious history of ancient India are also revealed us by the numismatic studies. Coins constitute a major body of artistic material evidence, and coins are not only a source of economic history but also give extensive information about official, religious, cult, political thought, ideology, and also actual portraiture of historical figures. Before going into the details, as said, the coins through excavations, we could see the chronological order of the monetary system from period to period, from area to area, from king to king, and also the metal speaks about the trade and also the economic situation. Now coming into the details, how the coins were studied by various faculties for different reasons. Here the historians, economic historians or art historians or the archaeological or archaeologists, the scientists, the numismatic collectors, they all have a different reasons for study. Here you can see in this slide, the historians study coins as clues to certain historical events. Certain numismatists also prefer the historical approach to coins, especially ones with dates. You can find that coin of Akbar gold mohar, which was dated 45th year of his reign from Asirgarh port in MP. You can see that coin on the gold coin, which was with on the reverse side we can find the date. The economic historians study coins as objects of vast economic value and thus useful for drawing certain economic conclusions. The archaeologists see coins as relative marks of the dating of their sites or layers, and additionally they also use it to study or prospect sites if stray coins or hoards are found. And art historians study coins for their value as art objects and deduct the development of art during the period when the coins were issued. Whereas the scientists, especially the metallurgists and the science historians, study based on the metals and the metallurgical studies. Whereas coin collectors, they study these coins for the rarities and abbreviations and other peculiarities for their interest. So till now, we have seen what is the importance of study of coins, how the different faculties study coins for their own interest. Now coming to the sources for the discovery of ancient coins, we have different sources. They are treasure troves, excavations, riverbeds, temple collections from the devotees. These are all the important treasures that we get from the excavations. Now coming to the treasure troves. In ancient India, the king is the owner of the earth and its protector. So before going to the treasure trove, we'll discuss about what are the important treasure trove rules that were in existence from the ancient period. Manu declares that if a finder is a Brahmin, if he finds a treasure trove, if he is a Brahmin, is entitled to the whole find. Whereas if the finder is a king, half has to be given to the Brahmins and half has to be kept with the king. Whereas if the finders are others, the treasure trove can be kept, he can keep 1/6 and rest goes to the king. And during the Muslim period, if the finder of the treasure was its owner, unless its value exceeds 1 lakh rupees. If it exceeds 1 lakh, the finder was advised to give part of it to the charity. The Indian Treasure Trove Act was passed in 1878. After that, the treasure trove was authorized to the government to claim the possession of any treasure trove unearthed that exceeds 10 rupees in value. Now coming to the coins, how these coins were found. As I said, treasure troves, they are treasure troves like hoards. Hoard is nothing but it is a finding of coins which were discovered almost by chance, apart from stray coin finds or archaeological discoveries. Usually, the term is applied to findings by lay people by chance in isolated places. Hoards are traditionally named after the place where they are found. For example, the Vihar hoard was a hoard of coins found in Vihar area in the early 20th century. And we also have different hoards which were found. Bayana hoard from Bharatpur district of Rajasthan, we have found about 8,021 Gupta gold coins. And Tarhala hoard, which is Akola district in Maharashtra, we have found a lot of Satvahana coins. And also Jogil Tambi hoard, it is in Nasik district, Maharashtra. There we also found about 13,250 silver coins. And in hoards, we have Buddhist reliquaries where we find in the Indian subcontinent, Buddhist monasteries developed the concept of burying relics and other artifacts in containers called reliquaries. So many such reliquaries have been found to contain contemporary coins in various metals as funerary offerings. So these reliquaries become important sources of small coin hoards or individual coins. Now through hoards we have seen how we can get the coins. Through excavations also we find some coins. Excavations are nothing but the planned diggings, and many sites may yield coins, and the bulk of coins found at these sites and coins found in stratified levels are of great importance in dating the stratum along with it all associated objects. So in the excavations of different areas we have found number of coins like punch-marked coins, like Gupta coins, like Roman coins we have found through excavations. And the coin molds and seals of various materials were also found. They also suggested that this site could have been an ancient site. And another source of getting coins is riverbeds. In olden days, we have the river is the trading network where the coins were traveling from one place to the other place. And another important feature in getting coins in the riverbeds is in ancient period and also even today, the dropping of coins in the river is an important ancient sacrament. So dropping of coins into the river is considered holy. So great many ancient coins have been found in the riverbeds. And Python on the banks of the river Godavari yielded large number of Satvahana coins. And Karur on the banks of Amaravati in Tamil Nadu, a large number of Sangam age Tamil coins were also found in the riverbeds. These are all some of the examples where we get the sources of coins. And these coins reveals us many facts. And temple offerings. Another important source is temple offering. If you take for example in temples during olden days and even today, number of coins which were found while with their ancient families or some important coins which were lying in there without any monetary value, if they keep in the house, nothing will come to them. So if we put them in the hundi of any temple, then they will have some certain holy feeling. That is why they drop these ancient coins in the holy temples. Like that, in the famous temple of Lord Venkateshwara, which is a world famous temple, there are bags, tons of old coins which were lying in the museum of the Lord Venkateshwara. So it is a study of all these gold and silver coins which are in the temple. They also have many interesting points of historical importance. So till now we have studied what is the importance of the coins, how these coins were found from different archaeological sources like the hundi, hoard, excavations or stray finds. These are all some of the important sources of material where we get the coins. And what is these coins contributed to the study of history? That is more important. So in the following few minutes, we'll discuss about how these coins were contributed to study the history. Now coming to the coins in the study of antiquity of writing. Writing is an important factor. So on the coins we find symbols on one side and the other side we find the legend. So this legend also gives us an important clue how writing was evolved. We'll take some of the examples from the beginning, chronological order, and we'll discuss about how the decipherment of alphabet came into existence. Decipherment of the alphabets of our ancient Indian scripts, namely Brahmi and Kharoshthi by Prinsep, Lassen, Norris and Cunningham on the basis of study of Indo-Greek bilingual coins. Greek legend on upper side and its Prakrit translation in Brahmi or Kharoshthi script is on the reverse side. So on the Greek coins we find Greek on one side and same thing is translated into Prakrit in Kharoshthi script on the reverse side. So king's name was preceded by the word Basileus meaning king, and on the opposite side king's name followed the words Maharaja or Rajane. Sometimes a title like Sotoros intervened between the two words. So Agathocles and Pantheon issued coins in Brahmi letters, while other kings namely Menander, Apollodotus, Eucratides, Hermois, etc., they have used Kharoshthi on their coins. Ashokan inscriptions on stones and pillars were all in Prakrit language. and some of them found in different parts of the country were similar to these scripts. Kharosthi inscriptions were found in the northwestern parts of our country, and Brahmi were used for inscriptions in rest of Ashokan domain. And this decipherment of the ancient scripts helped in understanding the large numbers of ancient inscriptions which are found around the country, adding greatly to the Indian history. And this led to the study of Indian epigraphy, and it has been authoritatively estimated that 80% of our knowledge of history of India before 1000 AD is derived from the inscriptional sources. Now you see the coins of Menander, where we find on the upper side the legend Basileus Sotoros Menander, whereas the same thing is translated on the reverse side in Kharoshthi's legend Maharajasa Trasa Menandrasa is written. This coin helped in identifying the Kharosthi alphabets in the king's name, namely Ma, Na, Da and Ra. This is the coin of Agathocles, where we find on the upper side lion standing right, and the Greek legend Basileus Agathokleos, and reverse side we see the Brahmi legend Rajane Agathokleesa. And this coin also helped in identifying the Brahmi alphabets, namely A, Ga, Ta, Sa, Ra, Ja, Na, which is found on the reverse side of the coin. Now, we'll just see what are the scripts which are seen on the Indian coins. Just now I have given you how the antiquity of Brahmi came into existence. Now coming to the scripts which are seen on the Indian coins, Brahmi and its early forms like Western Kshatrapa, Kushan and Gupta Brahmi is noticed on the above coin, and Kharosthi, and later Brahmi and its variants like Sharada, Nagari, Siddha Matrika, etc. are seen on the second coin, and Greek and Bactrian Greek, Arabic and Persian is seen on the down. Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Bengali, Ahomesa, these are all the scripts that are found on the coins of India. And we also found Roman, Urdu and princely states, namely Hyderabad, Bahalwarpur, Bhopal. We find in British India these coins. And we also find multilingual and Poly-Scriptural legends on the coins. And these coins shows all this. In view of India's diversity and repeated incursions from its northwestern borders, many rulers have issued coins with inscriptions in two languages. On their language and the second, an Indian language, dominate in the region at that time, namely Sanskrit and Pali language. Additionally, the coins employ the foreign script for the foreign language and an Indian script for the local language. Later rulers in the colonial period issued coins in 3 or 4 languages and scripts to gain a wider currency for their coinage. And as I said earlier, the Greek legend, which was written on the upper side, and the Kharosthi on the reverse side, the other 38 odd Indo-Greek rulers were also there, and their names and their alphabets of Kharosthi also could be identified. There are about 38 rulers who ruled the country. I mean, their coins were known only through coins. Once Kharosthi letters were identified, it was easy to identify the Brahmi alphabets, as the language was Prakrit and the same in both the languages, though the script was different. So the practice of issuing bilingual coins was followed by the Scythian and Parthian rulers also. So till now we have seen how the alphabets, how antiquity of writing is known through coins. Now coming to the study of coins with regard to the political history. The second important contribution that was made to the history writing through coins was they brought to light the names of many kings about whose existence there was no literary or inscriptional evidence. The Kotalingala village in Karimnagar district of Andhra revealed the coins of many unknown kings such as Govada, Narana, Kamyavasa, Sirivayasa and Samagopa. We have no records of these rulers in the inscriptions or anywhere else, but only coins speaks about these rulers. And these kings ruled part of Andhra after the fall of Mauryan Empire, and they preceded Satavahanas. It is true of many other parts of our country, and many unknown kings came to light only through coins. This is an important coin which we can see where the Gobada was put his name on the coin for the first time in Andhra region, and these coins we see on the river side is blank, on the upper side we see the Ra no Gobada, which is the legend which is written on the upper side. And these are the other two important coins of the Satavahanas, that is coin of Chimukha Satavahana. Both have the symbol elephant facing left, and the legends are Chimukha Satavahana or Siri Chimukha is written on the coins. The coins also helped in corroborating the information provided in Puranas such as Vayu, Vishnu, Brahmanda, Bhagavata and Matsya. And these Puranas furnish the dynastic list, years of rule, and they also support the information which was provided in the Puranas. And the facts provided by coins seem to be even more accurate than the Puranas. The first king of the Satavahana dynasty is mentioned variously as Sisuka, Sindhuka, Chismaka, Sipraka and Rasalobali in different Puranas, but coins name him as Chimukha. And some kings issued coins of his predecessor by putting a counter mark suggesting that he defeated him. So for example, Gautamiputra Satakarni issued coins of Nahapana with his counter mark. So thus the coins has given immortality to many a ruler who would otherwise have been considered to be oblivion. The coins of many kings with Mitra and Bhadra ending names have been reported from central India, and majority of Indo-Greek and Western Satrapa and ancient tribal republicans like Adumburas, Udehas, Arjunias, they also came to light only through coins, the tribal kings which were ruling after the Mauryas. During the medieval period, the coins of Kubacha and Ildis have been reported from northwestern India, and these kings were unknown and came to light from their coins, which included their personal names even. They have issued certain coins, and it was supported by the literary traditions of those areas also. And some Delhi sultanates like Alauddin Khilji called himself the second Alexander, while his successor Qutubuddin Mubarak declared his faith in Islam in grandized terms, called himself the supreme head of the religion of Islam, that is Caliph of the Lord of heaven and earth. All these are written on the coins, and through coins only these details came to light. And again, coming to the token currencies now used all around the world, but it may surprise that Muhammad Bin Tughlaq issued such a coin more than 700 years ago. This was a brass coin, and he wanted it to be accepted as a silver tanka, which was 50 times costlier. It was a failure since it was ahead of his times and people made counterfeit coins. He withdrew the coins after paying them the face value. And the coins also helped in finding out the personal traits and character of kings who issued them. For example, as I said, Muhammad Bin Tughlaq of Delhi, who killed his father to become the king, but issued coins in the name of his father, calling him a martyr. And his successor Firoz brought out coins in the name of his dead son. Now we can see the Muhammad Bin Tughlaq coin, where we can, he who obeys the Sultan obeys the God, the Prophet is written on the reverse side, and on the upper side we can see the minted the tanka, a currency during the days of Muhammad Bin Tughlaq. Now coming to the coins also helped in constitutional and administrative history. The most notable feature of the ancient administrative history is the existence of the republican form of government side by side with the monarchical system. This is found with the coins like Gana, Nigama and Janapada, which are the terms of republican government and testified by the coins. The coin legends such as Yudeha Gana Ganasya Jayaha, that is victory of the Videha Republic, and Malayavanam Jayaha, victory of the Malaya Republic, and the legends on the coins of Arjuniyas, Vrishnis and others confirms that the existence of a republican constitution is there in some parts and some periods of ancient period. Now coming to the economic history with regard to the coins, it is very useful for the economic historians to study the coins as objects of vast economic value, and thus they are useful for drawing certain economic conclusions also. For instance, the finding of numerous hoards of Roman coins in South India have helped us to understand the volume of trade between Rome and South Indian kingdoms of Chera, Chola, Pandya, hinted at in various written sources of the period. You can see the map where we have found large number of Roman coins which were found all over southern India and less in northern India. And these find spots, so you can see the find spots of Roman coins on the map. And another important source for economic history is the purity of coins were also revealed. I mean, it shows the economic conditions of that particular period. For example, Delhi Sultans like Alauddin and Qutbuddin of Khilji dynasty, they have issued variety of gold and silver coins in large quantities, but due to their conquest and acquisition of the treasuries of the gold was rich in southern kingdoms. And we have scanty coins of base metals which were issued by their successors. It suggests that Catholic economic times. Similarly, the issue of debased gold coins by the later Gupta rulers compared to the earlier illustrious kings of this dynasty also points to the changed economic conditions. And the coins which are found in hoards and excavations also reveals the trade of those times. As I said earlier, through excavations, hoards, we have found number of coins. So for instance, punch-marked coins which were discovered in hoards in Andhra reveals the significant proportion of those coins belong to the north, suggesting that there was a brisk trade between the north and south in the country at the time of deposition of these coins. Similarly, the Roman coins, as said earlier, were found in hoards and excavations in many parts of South India, and these coins of Roman kings were found along with those of local rulers, which provide the maritime trade with Rome 2000 years ago. And we found all over the country these Roman coins. And also we find the slash mark across the king's face. The slash mark shows the Roman coin finds in Andhra also. So the archaeological artifacts provide Indo-Roman trade in South India from 1st century to 3rd century AD, the map shows, and also the other important Roman, along with Roman amphorae, we find the Roman coins. So the images of Roman coins with the incise mark to mark them out of circulation of the Roman Empire before sending them to India. So before sending to India, they will put a slash mark on the face of the coin so that they will not come back to Rome again. They are confining to Indian territory. So this shows the trade context between India and the Rome. So coming to the other important aspect of the scientific study with regard to the coins, metallurgical study is an important study for the scientists. So the chemical analysis of the coins reveals the metals and alloys available in those days. Because based on, if you take for example, the coins which were found in ancient period, they are called as punch-marked coins, they are made up of silver. And silver, during those days, silver was not available in India, but they were traveled from other countries. Whereas coming to the Gupta times, by the time of Guptas, we have number of gold coins. They have issued number of gold coins. That means gold ores were nearby. If you take for example Satavahana coins, the ores which were there are of lead ores. So they used the lead ores for making coins. Like that, the chemical analysis of the coins reveals the metals alloys available in those days. So punch-marked coins are mostly made of silver, and Andhra King issued mostly lead coins, and some were made of alloy named potin. And Delhi Sultanate issued bullion coins besides those of silver and gold. And the chemical analysis also helps in finding out the possible ores from which the coins were made. And the quantitative chemical analysis of ancient coins also help in identifying forged coins, since it would be difficult to imitate the composition of trace elements present in the coin. And seeing the technique of making coins, as I said earlier, the punch-marked coins were made by punching technique. So as regards the technique of ancient Indian coins, it may be observed that the die striking method was known in the country before India came into contact with the Greek coinage. This is proved by the die strike coin of Dharmapala from Iran, that is Sagar district, and the Hiranasene coin minted at Taxila. Now coming to the religious history as source material. The coins as source material to write the religious history. Coins also helped in writing religious history. The coins helped the historians in ascertaining the religious leanings of the kings. The symbols such as tree in railing, arched hill and elephant suggest that king was a Buddhist, and these are common symbols on Satavahana coins. And Kushans also issued coins with their medley of Hindu, Buddhist, Iranian, Greek gods and goddesses, showing their religious eclecticism. Kushan coins depict Shiva, bull, Trishula and the leanings of the king who issued these coins is also evident. And the earlier rulers of Vijayanagara dynasty leaned towards Saivism, while the later rulers were strong Vaishnavites. They even used Namam symbol on their coins, and the two coins of Venkatapatiraya II of Aravidu dynasty of Vijayanagara has issued the coins with Namam symbol indicating the Vaishnavite faith of the ruler. And the Saivite symbols on Vijayanagara coins were Bull and Uma Maheshwara and Durga. And the Vaishnavite marks were Hanuman, Garuda, Venkateshwara and Balakrishna. So this shows that in different periods, different rulers had faith on different pantheons. And this can be known chronologically or the king-wise, how the kings patronized the religion in ancient period. Now coming to the art history, how the coins helped in writing art history. Like sculpture, painting and other Indian arts, the numismatic patterns are generally based on mythology, geography, sacred practices and symbols, geometrical designs and folklore. Ancient coins have hundreds of images and one can study the art of various aspects of various periods. A large number of decorated motifs and designs and contemporary religious observances are stamped on the coins. If you take for example, the Gupta coins depict the garments, ornaments and also coiffure, musical instruments and also furniture, utensils, all these are noticed on the coins of the Gupta emperors. While human figures like kings and deities also predominate, nature also finds due representation, which is evident from the figures like lotus, lilies, peacocks, Garuda, horses, rhinoceros, fish, elephant, lion, tiger, etc. And the Satavahana rulers were the first indigenous dynasty of India to issue portrait coins with realistic images. Now we see the depiction of animal figures on ancient coins, how beautifully they are depicted. And now you see the religious, the art, how the kalasha, the other important features we find on the depicted on the coins. Now coming to we can find the geographical background and the traditional decorative patterns also through coins. And this can be seen where the Indian ruling powers and the mint masters were conversant not only with the religious and mythological beliefs but also with their geographical background and traditional decorative patterns. They are also practiced. We can know these things through coins. And this can be seen on ancient Indian coins. For example, while adapting the technique, the size and the weight of the Kshatrapa coinage, chiefly due to political reasons, the Indian prototypes evince remarkable originality in the human features, drapery, symbology, and ornamental patterns, besides the use of Indian scripts and languages. You can see on the coins. Apart from this, it can also be noticed on a considerably good number of coins of the Indo-Greeks, the Sindho-Parthians, and the Kushans, that they borrowed several features of Indian pantheons and the Indian decorative patterns. These patterns include chakra, tree enrailing, weapons, ornaments, and the floral designs. And the many local rulers of northern and southern India issued coins with portray the local ecological conditions prevalent in their region at that particular period. You see the example on the slide. For example, Malayaman chiefs of Tamil Desha has issued the ecological patterns which is reflected on the coins. Till now, what I have discussed so far about the study of reconstructing the history based on coins, and the coins has contributed for the richness of writing history. And the study of coins is very useful for the reconstruction of our ancient Indian history. So the study of coins is very useful for the reconstruction of our ancient Indian history, and it shed light on otherwise dark period of Indian history. For example, if you take the Indo-Greek coins, they help us also decide the actual dates of events with certainty, and it also reveals many facts about the kings, their dynasties, the religious beliefs, personal traits, economic conditions, etc., otherwise lost in the footnotes of history. The module on contribution of coins to history writing. For further details, you can visit EPG Pathshala e-content. Thank you very much.